Hi guys, today's lesson is over zero and we're going to define basically what is zero. You have this diagram in front of you that looks like this, and we're going to go ahead and fill in each part here, and I want you to write down what each part means here in terms of zero, okay? So we're just going to focus on this top left part right here, and I'll show you what we want you to put in there, and we want you to copy it down as we're writing in here, okay? Zero. So what is zero? When we talk about adding here, and if you look at this first example, it says if you add opposites, the sum is zero. So in other words, here's an example here. We have we have 2 plus negative 2 equals 0. 2 and negative 2 are the opposites. We're just saying if you add the opposites, the sum is 0. Would you write that down, pause it, and then would you tell someone when you add the opposites what the sum is really quick? Thank you. All right, moving on. Now if you multiply by 0, okay, if you multiply by 0, the product is always 0. And we're going to call this the zero product property. So again, I want you to write this down. So if I took 7 times 0, I know my answer is going to be 0. Anything, if you multiply by 0, the answer will always be 0. Would you go ahead, pause this right now, or right after I get done giving you this direction, and tell someone when you multiply a number by 0 what the answer always is? Someone close to you. All right, moving on here. The additive property. Again, this is all about 0 here today. If you add 0 to any number, the number does not change. For example, if I were to take 4 plus 0, my answer does not change there, okay? My answer is going to be 4. The number does not change, okay? If you add any number, if you add 0 to any number, the number does not change. Would you go ahead and tell someone then around you what the additive property means? Moving on here. 0 is its own opposite. The opposite of 0 is 0. So 0 is the only number where it's its own opposite there. Would you please tell someone close by you what the opposite of 0 is and write this down? Again, if I'm moving too fast here, remember you can always pause and get things written down here. All right, now we move on to division here with 0. 24 divided by 0 is undefined. In other words, you cannot divide a number into 0 groups, okay? However, when we have 0 divided by 24, notice the difference there. That does give us 0. So when you see 0 in the numerator, you can divide there and your answer is going to be 0. However, when you see 0 on the bottom here, that is undefined. You cannot divide a number of groups into 0. Tell someone around you if you see 0 in the bottom, can you divide a number of groups into 0? Yes or no? If you see 0 on the bottom. All right, moving on here. 0 is not positive or negative. All right, 0 is not positive or negative. Get that written down. Please, 0 is not positive or negative. And finally here, 0 is even, okay? It is the absence of value. So you have to remember here, 0 is even. All right, would you tell someone around you whether 0 is even or odd? And would you tell someone around you whether 0 is positive or negative? That one might be a little trick question there, okay? All right, make sure you go back and pause this if you need to get things rewritten down, but that was just a short little lesson about 0 that's going to help you out with algebra tiles coming along here. Thank you.